Hello, my name is Ashley Hobart and I'm a medical assistant for AnyLabTestNow. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on the additional fields section. So after logging in initially, you're going to go on the left hand side in the settings section and select additional fields. As you can see, the additional fields has come up. There's name, frequency of billing, pay via, send invoice via, how to receive results, donor identified by, reason of test, clinical lab, drug test lab, preferred drug test send to lab, preferred drug and alcohol test to send to lab, lab order test form fields, regulatory mode fields, lab location, and patient information release and consent form. In additional fields is where we'll be inputting predefined settings and information for the portal. So the very first one here is name, and this is where you're going to add the medical assistant's name. You can also upload a digital signature from the MA. If you'd like user support to do this, just email a scanned signature on white paper. Now if an MA does not work for you anymore, you can hide the name in the drop-down boxes by clicking on Visible. So I'm going to click that now, and as you can see it says details updated successfully. So when we click on name again, you see that the person's name, which was training, is now hidden. Now if you'd like to make that person visible, you'd simply click hidden again to enable it and it would become visible. Like I said, we use this when an MA does not work for you anymore. And the reason that we hide it instead of getting rid of the name is that any testing associated with that person's name will also be deleted. So you always want to hide rather than delete. And now it's been successfully updated. We click name again, and as you can see, everything is visible again. So moving right along, in the clinical lab section, you can set or define a new lab where you'd like to send clinical tests to. So for us, for example, we have LabCorp, Quest, Instant Tests, Atherotech, and SpectraCell. In the drug testing lab, you can also set or define new drug testing labs where you'd like to send your samples to. And again, for an example, we use Quest, Alair, Expertox, and LabCorp. If you do not send a sample to a defined drug testing lab, simply click on Visible, which will toggle to hide. In the preferred drug tests to send to lab section, you can define test names which are sent to specific labs and use that information in either employer accounts or in random testing. The same is true for a preferred drug and alcohol test to send to lab, and this is where you can predefine alcohol and drug tests sent to the lab and couple that information with an account and or random tests. In the lab location portion, your AnyLabTestNow location is filled out. You can also find the fax service settings, which we will explain in another video. The very last button on the bottom is Patient Information Release and Consent Form. This section is where we define the text which will be printed on the lab test order form that the patient signs when ordering a new test. You can see that we have all of our information there, and that is the additional fields section in the settings of the portal.